Alright, we're back up and running, and we have won the die roll. Excellent, so we're going to be playing first. Might make this a little bit bigger than I usually have, so you can see. Wow, okay. The Temple of Enlightenment can help us scry into some action, and Jace is going to draw us some cards, but I'm not sure if this is the wisest keep. I am tempted with the scry and the Jace. We can sort of get rid of some lands, but this is the worst part about streaming, because you can all see my stupid mulligan decisions. You know, I'm going to keep it. We're gonna run it. We're gonna get absolutely flooded, but we're gonna have a go at it anyway. I'm really banking on Temple of Enlightenment and Jace to dig us out some action. So we can start off with that Temple and see what we got. And that is going to the bottom. Thank you very much. So Temple doing its job, getting rid of a land for me. And we drew one again, so black deck. Black red. Hopefully not coming at us too quickly. I'm actually going to get Coalition Relic out here because I want to get charge counters on it. Try and ramp ourselves up. This Jace is just going to come down and draw a card. Heartbeat of Spring. Well now. Well now. You just doubled my mana, sir. Thank you. Alright. Let's just add a blue. Tap here. And play Jace. Playing Heartbeat onto an empty board is just such a dangerous thing to do. Fortunately for him, he's not being punished. I'm just going to have to play a Soulfire, play Hallowed Fountain tapped, and I'll let it go. So, as predicted, getting flooded, but you get that when you keep a handful of lands. Massacre Worm, that's kind of annoying. Yep, see you later. Alright, let's put a charge counter. Let's go Elf. So best draw here is Frost Titan. Time Twister's not the worst either. Blue. So I have nothing else to do, so let's just get rid of these lands and draw a new 7. Power of Time Twister here, just doing good works. Okay, so the question becomes, what do we want to do? I'd rather prevent the Llanowar Elves from killing Jace, but I don't think the plussing him is the best way to go. I've got access to 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9 mana. Probably throw the Flooded Strand down, fetch, get that out the way. Grab another island. Alright, so, as I said, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 mana. That's 3, 4, 5, 7 to play Soulfire. That leaves 2, so I can probably play Jace as well. So what I'm thinking, we get a sword, equip it to Soulfire Grandmaster. He can then block Massacre Worm with protection from black. I can put Jace down to block Llanowar Elves, which means I'm going to draw with Jace. Alright, and then if everything goes pear-shaped, Reveillark can bring both of those things back into play. Okay, so we start off with Soulfire. Jace. Sword. And equip. Now Now the only thing that really punishes us here is artifact removal. If you can get rid of the Sword of Feast and Famine, then I'm going to be in a little bit of trouble. But outside of that, we're pretty safe. Something like Terastodon would be rather problematic, for example. If we get to untap, we get to Riftwing. You just play that straight out, or honestly, probably just sort of body and mind, swing it in, then Riftwing Cloudscape after that. But Awakening Zone, not real scary, because he doesn't know what's coming next, which is my sword and then milling him for 10. Mana Vault, it's just gone big mana. I don't know what he's ramping into, but I'd rather not find out. Pack Rat, okay. Not sure you're gonna have enough time to use that. Now, giving my opponents cards here is not really my best interest, just because it powers up his Pack Rat. He's going to be able to dump 4 cards down with Pack Rat, making that quite big and quite scary, so I'm just going to draw a card myself. What are we going to be doing here? So, probably playing Revelark. No, I probably want to keep Revelark around. Let's loot first. See what we've got. Wall of Omens isn't the worst. We'll get rid of this extra island. Play Wall of Omens. Destroying all of the lands. Alright. So we're going to be putting a plains down. And 1 for sort of body and mind. Equip to our Soulfire. Blue. Now, do I want to play Riftwing here? I think Riftwing Pack Rat, just because he can make 1. He can make 1 rat, which means he can only attack with 1 rat next turn. Whereas if I let him make 1 at end step, and he has to discard some cards in the process. So, let's cast Riftwing Cloudscape. Bouncing the Pack Rat. Force him to use some mana here. So if he wants to make Pack Rats, he needs to do it now, which he does. That's fine, because that means he can't do anything to my Soulfire on attack. So we send that in. Get some triggers. Alright, so that took a little bit of clock, but I think it was worth it to make sure we got the right line there. With so much mana, it's hard to know what the best thing to do is. So here we get to untap all of our lands. Now I'm going to reattach this one over onto the wolf. Reattach this onto here. And send it back. So we're in a pretty commanding position here. Fairly well protected. back down. Now he can make a lot of pack rats, which is obviously going to be a little bit scary, but I'm probably making the same attack as last time, gaining some life, and knocking another 10 cards out of his library. He's going to have to come up with a lot of damage this next turn. And we have access to Jace. Question is, do I want a Time Twister? I probably could do that. So I'll play a land. We're going to loot with Jace. Time Twister lets him survive longer, is the biggest problem. So if I cast Time Twister as shuffle, this is graveyard back in, and I don't want to do that, because I'm trying to kill him with Mill, so that would be stupid, Brett. Alright. In that case, we're going to put this onto the Soulfire Grandmaster. We're going to put this onto the flyer. Going to attack with the Grandmaster and the flyer. We can block the Soulfire Grandmaster with its token, but his life total isn't really the relevant number that we're interested in here. That's the real trigger that we need to... Oh, he's got an Emrakul. Jeez. And it's just going to shuffle that all up again anyway. Alright, so now it turns out his life total is the relevant number that we need to take care of. So that's going to be an interesting challenge. I'll get this over here. Get this on here. Tick up Jace, and we're going to turn down the pack rat. That Emrakul has just ruined my strategy. Yeah, that's going to be real tough. Okay, so if we need to kill him with damage, then I'm going to set it up for next turn. And we're going to just get Revelark down. Just another flying threat. He hasn't got any flyers. He's only got 2 cards in hand, so he can't make a lot of pack rats. And as I said, we're just setting up the kill here, because between the 2 swords, Riftwind Cloudscape and Revelark, I can get in for the full 10 this turn. Every land. How many lands have we drawn? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 lands over 8 turns. This is a lot of land. Alright, so I need to put this on here. Okay, put this one here. Just hedging a little bit. Yeah, there we go. So alright. Tough game, tough game. Now the Sword of Body Mind still excellent against him. It gives protection from green. So I'm going to leave that in. Is there anything up here we need to bring in? These cards a little bigger. I'm not seeing a lot that should be brought in. Anything we do needs to be splashed. None of this super interesting. He wasn't ramping that much. Compulsive research is a possibility, but I think our card draw was fine. Now that I know he has Emrakul, I don't need to worry about a Time Twister. Alright, we're going to run it back as it was. So our silly keep was sort of saved by him not doing very much. What do we have here? So, a couple of land on the draw. Third land gives us Fiend Hunter to take care of something, and we've still got the sword, which is protection from most of his deck. So I think this is going to be a keep. We have to rely on getting some lands, but that's what we're going to do. Alright, going to have to pick it up a bit because we're a little bit down on clock. This streaming thing makes you think a bit more. So he's not starting too fast, so pretty happy with that. We'll get the Flooded Strand down, try and thin the library a little bit. Plus I'd like a second island, because we do have some double blue. Alright, so Fiend Hunting is first play. Would be nice. What's he got? Can't Fiend Hunter that one. We'll make him think, but we're not countering. Soulfires are better. We'll get that down. Now, I'm actually... I have to run the Soulfire out so that I can attack. I can't get the sword onto it. And attack next turn anyway, so I might as well get the attack option in. Ramping it up a bit. We'll send in the attack. Gain a couple of life there. Now, what do I want to do next turn? I think I just want to play sword and equip next turn, so he doesn't see it coming. So I'm going to just hold up Venser. He's got a lot of mana going on. He's going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. Plus a land, 8 mana. He can do some pretty scary things, so keeping up Venser here is probably the better option. And then next turn just get the sword down, equip, and charge in. Bazaar is an interesting line. I'm going to keep Venser playing planes. That's an interesting draw, but I still just like going in with the sword. I still can't get through because of these Eldrazi spawn. I presume he hasn't got anything to do with the mana, otherwise he probably would have done it by now. But I'm just going to keep gaining some life, killing off the spawn. And next turn I think it's just going to be a Muldrifter. Draw some cards and then get that sword in the air, because once I can untap my lands, it's just going to be game over for him, doing multiple things a turn. And he just had nothing to block flyers last game. So. See a couple of viewers there. Feel free to tell me about all the stuff I'm doing wrong in the chat. Oh, okay, that's a problem. That is a problem. Oh, Jesus. Okay, Emrakul. I am in so much trouble. Alright, so he's got me with Emrakul. That's going to be interesting. He needs to follow up. That's the important thing for him. If he has something to follow up. Alright. So the trick now becomes he needs to find a way to kill me. If he doesn't get one before I recover, then it doesn't matter. Now, at some point, I obviously need to consider the clock. I haven't got a lot to do, so I'm winding his clock down a little bit, but I'd like to see what else is going on in that deck, if possible. Vengevine, that's a problem. Alright. I think I've seen enough, and I need the clock time, so we're going to concede there. Alright. There's something to be said for siding in Scavenging Ooze, try and stop that from happening. I have the Hinterland Harbour to help the splash. The problem becomes, I need to be able to hold up green. The only other thing I can do is just sit back and hope that it doesn't happen. Glenelendra and Venser can help protect me. If I get to Bribery, that Emrakul, oh, that's going to be the day. But I think I'm just going to have to run it back. I don't feel like the Scavenging Ooze is going to be a good enough plan. I would like to play first, and I will keep. So turn 3 Geist. Can't really go wrong there. Play Hallowed Fountain tapped. We have some nice follow-ups later on. Muldrifter. He's got Lotus Bloom, that could be scary. Send it back. Island. Yeah, you're a little late there, Kytheon. Alright, so we're going to run pretty quick play here because again we're a couple of minutes down. We are in game 3 with 14 minutes, so I'm not too worried. But better to play sensibly. Has he got? A Vengevine is kind of annoying. Doesn't know whether he wants to attack. He does. Well, alright, I'll take 4 for 6 damage all day. Particularly when I can then just play Muldrifter. So, I'm just going to run in with the Geist first off. Always yield. Now, Mana Crypt is going to be dangerous, but it can do some unfortunate things if we're not careful. Muldrifter. Hopefully pick up a land in the next couple of turns. There we go, Temple of Enlightenment's good. Right. And that is staying on the top. Thank you. Alright, so fingers crossed he hasn't got it in his hand, because if he's got the Emrakul already, then that would be sort of sad. Gonna have Lotus Bloom come down now, so he's got some kind of a plan, I imagine. 5 cards in hand. Don't know what we're gonna have. So, the key here is just stay alive. Hope that... Okay, just ramping up some more. Awakening Zone. I'm very happy to see that. If he... Okay. What do we reckon, viewers? Hello, Anthony. Let's go with Tails. Won the flip. Excellent. No damage. Alright, so the dream... We're going for the dream here. Bribering out an Emrakul. that said, I think I want to. Yeah, let's just go for it. Let's bribery. And he hasn't got it out. Alright, perfect. So, I could take Progenitors as well, protection from everything, but Emrakul is the way to go. Let's get jamming with Muldrifter. We are living the dream, folks. Living the dream. Bribery and Emrakul. Now you just say, what have you got, guys? What have you got? Oh, he's got a channel, okay. If he has Ulamog, we could be in trouble. Ulamog takes care of Emrakul. And he's just going to kill himself. Fair enough. Alright. We did it. We did it. That is exactly how bribery is supposed to work. Looks like we've got a little bit of weight out here, so I'm going to close it down again, and I'll catch you guys in round 2.